Right, in this video I'm going to tell you why I've put some more of this carbon fibre into skimboards. Stay tuned for the upcoming video. Okay, welcome back to another video everybody. This is a skimboarding series of videos here from me, Sam, OXS Skimboards in New Zealand. Before we get into it, there is a full playlist up here in a card right now with a huge variety of skimboarding videos, and as mentioned in the intro, this video is about more carbon fibre and skimboards. Now, as pretty much most of you will know or should know, carbon fibre skimboards are not 100% carbon fibre. My skimboards, and I'll speak purely for my skimboards here, a board that is listed as carbon fibre is still 3/4 fiberglass. There is a lot of layering that goes into a skimboard that helps with cost, weight. Of course, if you made a purely carbon fibre skimboard, the thing would be so bloody light and so bloody expensive that it's just not practical. So basically, a carbon fibre skimboard is still 3/4 fiberglass. It just has some carbon fibre added to it. Now, these are typically listed as, every company is different. I just say carbon fibre. That means a single layer of carbon fibre. This stuff here, top and bottom. Quick commercial break time. If you are looking for one of the best boards in the business, get along to oxsskimboards.co.nz, where you'll find a huge range to suit all sizes, all types, all levels of riders, flatland skimming and wave skimming. All boards are handmade here in the Bay of Islands, New Zealand, and everything can be viewed on the website and is available to ship to your door immediately. Now, back to the video. I am calling mine the 150 carbon, which basically means there's 150% of what is usually in a regular carbon fibre skimboard, which of course, if you do the math, very simple math, that means one more layer in total of carbon fibre. Now, I have a little selection here of 3 boards produced, and this is a medium. These boards are all up at oxsskimboards.co.nz. I will not give you too many details on these particular boards because they're already there. You can read details about them there. There's a few pictures floating up now, but this one here is a medium kingfish. As you can see, looks pretty cool. Rail channels. I'm doing all of my 150 carbon boards right now by default with rail channels. This is just a good indicator for what is the 150 carbon boards. We've got this sort of fire inspired large kingfish, and we have this medium 150 carbon splurge. Now, what this means is an extra layer of carbon fibre. Basically, thankfully, I do have a video which could be popping up at a card right now about fiberglass and carbon fibre. Pretty much to add the additional layer of carbon fibre, I've taken a layer of fiberglass out of the base, an actual slightly heavier layer of fiberglass, which means the 150 carbon boards are slightly lighter than a normal carbon board. Not by much. That's actually not, I don't feel, is even necessarily needed to these 150 carbon boards, but they are a touch lighter. The cons to the 150 carbon, as mentioned, with a double layer of this on the bottom, we've removed some fiberglass, and what this means is the board will wear better. There is a very slightly thin laminate on the base now, but there's twice the carbon. But what this means is that there is not as much fiberglass to hide the carbon, if of course it has a coloured resin base like most of these boards do, which would probably give you the visual impact of the board wearing will appear sooner because there's not as much fiberglass to hide it with resin. It's very hard to make carbon fibre. As you can imagine, putting coloured resin on black is very difficult to hide that, and that's what the fiberglass is there for, as well as the structural integrity of the board. It's also a great thing to hide the carbon fibre with, so it will visually wear sooner, even though it's actually not wearing sooner. It's just there's more carbon fibre, it's much harder to hide the colour of it with the removal of fiberglass. And of course, the other con is the additional price. My 150 carbons are another $80 over the top of the carbon fibre skimboard. Is it worth it? To me, a 150 carbon board is basically the pinnacle of strength. These are very strong skimboards. They are very responsive. They are very stiff, and they are a very light skimboard. I think if you want the absolute best in terms of performance response, stiffness, strength, and the lightest board available on the market, I mean, you'd be silly not to go to a 150 carbon. I will be producing them sort of as I see fit and as demand is required. Of course, these are available in custom orders at the moment, and like I mentioned, all these off-the-shelf boards will be done with rail channels. These rail channels can also be added to any other board. It's just a great default way to display the 150 carbons off the shelf. If you are interested in picking up one of these boards or ordering one yourself, feel free to get along to oxsskimboards.co.nz. You can view the boards there. There's a massive range of all boards up there now. That's pretty much it. I'm Sam Price. I'll see you at the beach.